And good afternoon. Welcome to Today at the Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stanton Salter along with Keith Fustel on a beautiful Sunday afternoon for horse racing. Come on out, 10 live races. Nice carryover in the pick six. We'll get to all that. We're fast and firm, but real quick, let's recap Saturday. A bunch of big features. Yesterday we had three big upper-level allowance features. We had a couple nice maiden special weights, but how about the 10-year-old Goldman?
Right.
Gets his 23rd career win. He came from, dead last. He won easy. He galloped yesterday, Goldman.
Fair came away a little slow, as we see a lot of horses at the mile distance do, drawing the rail. But Virgo Lynch got this horse to the outside. He just
Nice
relaxed
ride,
perfectly, circled up for a while. Really didn't ask him till about mid-stretch, and they had to get into him a little bit late because I'll tell you that runner-up was awfully game too, the Hugh McMahon horse. But Goldman, you gotta love race horses like that. That's what the game's all about. Down the road, get him a good home and let him enjoy life. Because I tell you what, he's given everything he's had.
Yeah, absolutely. He's getting close to $500,000 in earnings. So that was Goldman. You had threes over deuces winning one of the allowance features yesterday. Showalter a good second. So that gave trainer Gary Capuano a big 1-2 punch in a nice allowance race yesterday.
Yeah, and Gary, we talked about it yesterday. He's been a little chilly overall the last 90 days at Laurel Park. But, that barn is not going to stay quiet for a long time here. And Showalter ran huge.
Sure. Yep.
Okay, he got the lead. He had to be used a little bit to the lead. He took pressure around the turn from Claudio's horse and then dug in gamely. Threes over deuces just sat the absolute perfect trip. We thought he would sit a trip in there and got it done. But Gary Cap, I'm sure he's got plenty more in store.
Sure. All right, so another big story yesterday. The late pick 5 paid big. It paid a little over $6,300 for the late pick 5 yesterday. I was 4 out of 5. I didn't have the Claudio long shot in the last race. That was one of the big prices. You had Claudio Gonzalez and Alex Cintron, who had a big day. He had a 3-win day, and one of them was on the long shot in the last race yesterday. But so you had that long shot, Claudio in the last, and then you had the Michael Matz first-time starter. How impressive was she? A half to Tequilito. You pointed that out yesterday on Today at the Races. The Dam was a stakes winner for Michael Matz, and she slipped. So we talked about it. We talked about it again before the race, and you had her 8-1. It was a tough race. She slipped away at 13-1. A big price. I can't remember her name, but a half to Tequilita yesterday.
That was Bachelor's Bait.
Bachelor's Bait, a big price winner for Michael Matz.
Yeah,
bred for the Matz family.
And it was interesting. Matz doesn't win a whole lot out. We talked about it. He had a positive ROI with the 2-year-old firsts over the last 3 or 4 years. His percentage not that high, but his horses took play the day prior. So when I had this horse lined at 8, and I went back, did a little more research, and saw the Tequilita, and well, this horse might get bet. And didn't get bet, but I ended up throwing the horse, and we talked about the horse. I wasn't going to leave the horse out of the exacta. I didn't leave the horse out of my pick 4s. Unfortunately, got nailed at the wire by Claudio
in the last race.
In the last. So that was a brutal beat. My man Vinny Perona and I threw a ticket together. But Son of a Pony was a horse we talked about. First off the claim
Lasix,
for Lynch. Lasix on. The X-Man has teamed up with Lynch. Got a couple wins together of recent note. $19 that horse slips away at. If you've been paying attention to the show, I don't want to toot our horns too much, but there comes a point, we've been feeding them a lot, a lot of good information, so we're trying to get you there.
Well,
we're leading you to the water. Hopefully you're taking a drink.
Yeah, well, we had Bachelor's Bait yesterday, so keep your eye on that filly and the filly that ran second yesterday to Bachelor's Bait. So she's going to be tough next out in a maiden special weight. And then LEB. Keep your eye on LEB. You're right. She's found her distance, sprinting on the turf. She's one tough customer. That was a nice ride by Daniel Centeno on LEB yesterday.
Yeah, perch right off the speed. 5.5, 6. 6.5 if they bring it back. Insanity. That's what I think she wants to do. Her most effective late run, is at that distance.
All right, so that was all yesterday. Let's show you the carryover for the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. We'll start race 5 today on the Big Ten race program. There's the carryover, $6,743. Tim Tulloch, he'll have a ticket for it later on. You can study it online, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section where he might be still working on that pick 6 ticket because it's going to be well played today. We had 3 live singles going into the last race yesterday for about $9,400.
Wow.
So they'll put maybe close to $10,000 into it today. Be a big chunk of money sitting there. Maybe you could be a live single going into the last race in that Rainbow Pick 6. So you can come on out here. Beautiful card of racing today. You can bet all the football games today as well. We have our $3,000 NFL football pick'em contest. You enter up there at the sports bar. Get in. You have to enter before the 1 o'clock game starts. So head on up to the sports bar right now if you want to play the $3,000 football pick'em contest. Can the Ravens cover today, Keith?
I think they can. I talked about yesterday. I see like a 31-13 type of game. They bring about 90% of the effort from last week. I think they can get it done. Obviously, the crowd's going to be into it. Lamar Jackson, hopefully he's on point again. The running game with Ingram, the defense, I think is going to give this quarterback fits.
Sure.
This isn't college anymore. This is the NFL, and he's going to have some guys chasing him around that he's not accustomed to.
All right, so you can watch every game every Sunday. We have the NFL Sunday ticket only on DirecTV. We have it for you right here at Laurel Park up there in the sports book. You can watch all the games on that 75-foot LED wall. It's about 25 yards on a football field. Grab a couch, grab a table. There's you see the sports book in the background there.
There it is.
I would love to be up there all day today, but we're down here by the beautiful paddock. I'll have to sneak up there in between races today.
Maybe we can slip up there in the wintertime when it gets a little chilly out here, huh? Little move up to the sports book.
Watching some hockey. All right, so that's the Sunday ticket. Let's tell you about the two festivals coming up real quick. Next Saturday, going to be a Monster Super Saturday, part of our September to Remember Stakes Festival Round 1, featuring the Express Bet Frank J. DeFrancis Memorial Dash. Grade 1 winner Whitmore is nominated to that. The noms are out for that. You can there's a nice story, a couple press releases online, laurelpark.com, about the noms for the Frank J. DeFrancis Memorial Dash. You also have the Grade 1 winner, Glorious Empire, nominated to the Grade 3 BWI Turf Cup. So next Saturday, 8 stake races.
The anxiety, I've got it. Already just looking ahead,
Wednesday,
reading some of the press releases from Dave Joseph, Phil Janak and company that do a good job keeping on top of all the information, the upcoming events and stakes events. Boy, we've got our hands full as handicappers and line makers and the bettors too as well for what's coming up the next couple weeks at Laurel Park.
Yep. So 8 stakes next Saturday, and then we're going to have 6 stake races the following Saturday. That's going to be Saturday, September 28th. So an early post time next Saturday and Saturday, September 28th. Early first race post time, 12:25 for our 2 stake festivals here in September. So looking forward to that. Let's get right to it here.
All right.
It's beautiful today. Let's show you the tracks, fast and firm. We're on the Kelso turf course with the rail at 35 feet and the Fort Marcy turf course with the rail at 87 feet. What's the weather today? I'm going to say 82 and breezy. All right, there you go. 80s, mostly sunny.
Just put up perfect.
Perfect. It's like Saratoga weather today here at Laurel Park. All right, so fast and firm. Let's get right to it here.
Let's go.
For race 1. Race 1's going to kick off the Rolling Super High 5. That's a low 15% takeout. We have every race with 7 or more horses, the Rolling Super High 5. So that will start here in race 1. Also, race 1 kicks off the popular early pick 5, Super High 5, and early pick 5 with that industry low 12% takeout. Mandatory payout on the early pick 5. I like the late pick 5 today. I have a ticket for the late pick 5. We had a big payout in the late pick 5 yesterday, so I'm going all in on the late pick 5 today, starting in race 6. Let's take a look here at the opener. Flat mile on the main track, maiden claiming 10,000. Filly mares 3 and up. I go with the 9 here in race 1. I am a dancer. I go with the long shot here. It's a maiden 10. Filly mares going long. It's a long shot condition. Has long shot written all over it. Let's see the favorites in here. The 3. Okay, the 3's your 2-1 morning line favorite, and she's going to go off your favored. But she's an 0 for 16, 3-year-old maiden. She's run 15 times this year, 5 seconds. She's made $36,000 the hard way as a maiden. She just got beat last out at Colonial against maiden 16,000. Beaten favorite at Colonial, 2 back for maiden 10. Beaten here at Laurel for maiden 10 back in July. So listen, she's going to run big for Corrales. She'll be right there. She might win, but I'll just take a shot and try to beat her with a long shot. I am a dancer who woke up, ran a decent race at Timonium for trainer Bobby Plummer, coming off a little freshening Bobby Plummer, also the owner and breeder of the 6-year-old mare. Now you get a different apprentice today. Avery Wisman rides the 9, I Am a Dancer. So I'll take a shot here at a big price in race 1 to kick off the early pick 5.
Yeah, she's not far off of these on her best, and she's been able to get the distance, a 38 buyer, topping out at that. But what's it going to take to win this race? About a 40?
Sure.
When it's all said and done. So, Samar Shenanigan at 3, the favorite here, this 3-year-old filly for Corrales. Yeah, she broke a little bit better at Colonial, but she sat just off the duel. She's going to get a good trip again. Can you trust her out of the gate? She's got to make up that ground. A lot of time she spots them a few lengths leaving there, so I think she's going to rally into it. She can certainly get the mile. I go to the 2. The horse just to her inside. Krista Oro out of that same race at Colonial for Carla Morgan was engaged in a spirited duel. Watch that race this morning. Just a little bit of a fade late. She'll deal with variance to her inside, maybe dam locks, but I think Krista Oro is going to have a little bit of a rating gear in here. Maybe gets the jump on Samard Shenanigan as they turn for home.
All
2,
right,
3, 8, 7.
We like a couple of the same horses there in race 1, but I'm going for a blow up here with the 9. Bobby Plummer. See if we can get the 6-year-old mare home at a big price. All right, another big field here in race 2. We're going a mile and a 16th on the Kelso. Rail at 35 feet. Maiden claiming 16,000 for 3-year-olds and upward. This race is an amateur race. You see the weights are a little bit different. You have amateur riders in this race and some good riders. We have some information on these riders. Now, professional riders that are riding today, some of our top riders here in Maryland, they started out riding in these amateur races. And I'm talking about Julio Correa, who's the leading apprentice jockey in the country right now. He started out in amateur races. Weston Hamilton, who won the Eclipse Award last year, he started out in amateur races. Trevor McCarthy, one of the leading jocks in the country. Jen Miller and Victor Rosales, couple good riding apprentice riders here. So some top riders started out in these amateur races. You
got to start somewhere, right?
Yep.
And they get a lot of experience. These longer races on the turf, usually bigger fields. We've got another solid field assembled here this afternoon.
Forrest Boyce, Rosina Pravnik.
Yeah. Who do you like? You've got the 8 on top. Turnernog. Why is it? That's where you used to work, right?
Tiernanog at Anna Harbor.
That's it. That's your spot.
The land of eternal youth.
There
all right?
it is.
So all the Irish going to be behind Tiernanog.
Tiernanog, right? Yeah.
Bethany Bumgardner. She's ridden in Maryland Hunt Cup races, so she'll be tied on. She'll be fit here for Elizabeth Voss. And the horse ran okay for maiden 25, coming off a year layoff last out, and only has run twice since it's only run 4 times since 2015. So some issues going on, but did run a big race back in 2017 at Delaware and ran okay last out, and that now puts a couple races back to back and finds a nice cozy condition here.
On our notes for supplied here for the riders. My top selection, the 11, Stormy Patriot. Now, I'm not familiar with all of these riders, but it's this hot new rider, hot new kid. Perfect. Charlie Marquez, Stormy Patriot, on a little bit of a drop here for Susan Cooney out of that state-bred race at Colonial. 2-back, 3-back number will work. I think this horse will be able to draft in a little bit and make a run from mid-pack. So encouraged now by the note for this young rider, Charlie Marquez.
All right, we both used the 9 here. Above it all, gets blinkers off today for trainer Ann Merriman. This a homebred for Richie Blue Jr. Ran well at Timonium 2 starts ago and then kind of bounced last out. See if Above It All can get back in good form. Gets the Fox, Fiona Fox. Will ride several international starts. She worked for trainer Michael Dickinson. She's an Irish girl, so you have the Irish girl going against Tiernanog here in the amateur race.
Well, I like to see this horse just go ahead and send. Try to nurse on the lead and take them all the way. I'm using Above It All. I think this horse will escape at a pretty decent price when it's all said and done. Not a lot splitting these horses. So, you know what, talking about the experience and the talent of these riders, it's going to be a major impact in the result of this race.
Well, we both used a 2 here, multiple. This she can ride. Tally Lynch, she is an exercise rider here in Maryland. She's galloped on the big circuit before. Johnny Kimmel, Claceris, now here at Laurel for Englehart. I saw her getting on horses the other day for Cal Lynch. She's a good rider, Tally Lynch.
That's what Robin told me this morning. So I definitely threw this horse into the mix. Draws inside, can just save ground behind the speeds. Got a good, real good ride on the dirt last time. Very patient and finished up willingly. Third in for the new barn. Certainly Zipman. Blue Danube. Danube is keyed up against several of these. So yeah, I'm going to toss in multiple.
All right, could be interesting there. In race 2 to kick off the early pick 4. Let's turn the page. Race 3, right back on the turf, 5.5 furlongs on the Fort Marcy turf course rail at 87 feet, claiming 16,000. Filly mares 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. I go with the 2 Gallinor on top here. You like the 2 as well. Sheldon Russell having an okay weekend here. He rides this filly by Redeem for Phil Schoenthal. She's getting a drop today. She's been running against Allowance Company. She only got beat 4.5 lengths last out against Allowance Company. Go Magician Go, who won that race, came right back to win. A 63 buyer. That puts her right there against this group today.
Well, I think key race for me. Go Magician Go, and you go further down the line. Blame It on the Kiss came back to win for 25. That was the horse who got that solid ride from Centano, splitting horses. Gallinor, little change of tactics. This is second time blinkers. There's enough flow up front. I think this horse will be a little bit closer than what she was turning for home last time and can run down the speeds. I think Paint and Blues Away might get the jump on our top selection. She's definitely a user. Found out that the sprint is what she wants to do. Coming off of that maiden claiming score up at Monmouth Park, she certainly fits with Trevor. 2-7-8. Best of Getting Better is another one. Keys up. Mary Maid. You would never think Mary Maid's been a kind of a key, but she's moved forward from that turf debut. This horse, another one, shortened up just like the 7 horse and got it done sprinting with a solid run, a sustained run from the back of the pack. Awesome Park looks like your speed. Arbutus, the numbers are there. She always escapes at an okay price. Interesting what she's going to do going from the mile now to the 5.5 distance. But if Avery is aggressive, she can hang around for a piece as well.
All right, so a cold 2-7-8 trifecta we like on top in race 3. You gave out a cold superfecta.
It was like 300
yesterday.
or so. Yeah.
All right, nice.
Price.
See if we can do it today here. Race 4 kicks off the middle pick 4. Nice big field. Going a mile on the Kelso turf rail at 35 feet. Maiden claiming 25,000 for 2-year-old fillies here. And you have the 9 on top. Let's start there. I didn't use the 9. We have a video spotlight of Warrior Queen. Here's her debut right here at Laurel Park back on August 4th.
Yeah, we'll follow her. The 7 horse that day. She took plenty of play. Bet down at just about 2-1, a little more than 2-1, but walked out of the gate. Kind of a little move to the outside, might even brush the side of the stall. Slow away, but then is used 4 wide, 3-4 wide early on, and a little bit keen. Couldn't get really this horse to get comfortable, did Fergal Lynch. But you know what's encouraging? He's staying on. The money showed. Looking back down the line into breeding, there's some turf. And key horses out of this race again. I don't want to just keep reading key horses, but this, that's what I like to use sometimes. Princess Katie, 60 next time out, went down to Colonial against a better field. Good Life Cider we saw the other day come back. That didn't have much of a number for Mats, but ran a good race on the stretch out. You're going to see this horse now. Eventually goes up, stalks the pace, but just had enough taken out of it early. Stan, that's good enough, guys, and just was finished once the field left the 3A spot. I see improvement for the 9 Warrior Queen.
I didn't use the filly, but you're getting a good rider here. He's having a big weekend. Fergal Lynch had a nice win in the finale on Friday. Had a beautiful win on Goldman yesterday. I think he won 2 yesterday. But so Fergal Lynch having a big weekend. He stays aboard this filly by declaration of war, an up-and-coming young war-front sire down there in Kentucky. So I didn't use the 9, but she's well-bred. We both like the 1 here, Creative Alibi for Lacey Gaudette. First start in the Lacey Gaudette barn. Joan Rosado will ride, and I just think she's got some foundation underneath her. She tried maiden special weight at Ellis Park. That's a tough meet in Kentucky.
Yes, it is.
Big purses. They were going a mile on the turf in that race late July, and well, she did nothing special, but she was 17-1. She didn't have the best start in that race. A filly that was third came back to win out of that race. So. And now she drops in for the maiden 25. So easier spot today for the 1 Creative Alibi. I pick on top.
Yeah, I believe I saw a horse out of Ellis, a maiden breaker, go up to Saratoga and win a stake. So some quality animals. Even their turf races are strong in the summertime at Ellis Park. I'm gonna use the 1 Creative Alibi. I'll toss in the 4 Magical Luna. I think there's some breeding in here. Street Cry, but the sire Street Magician on top. 2 kind of even efforts. A little bit of trouble last time. Claudio, pretty much just a slight drop. They don't give up. I think this horse can hang around for a piece with Cintron. And the 2 Diva of Seville. There you go. There's Carla Morgan and First Time Lasix. So I know that angle has been has been a nightmare for us in the past. Has beaten us out of a lot of money.
Yeah.
Second out, there are some positives on her stats there. You see at the bottom, dirt to turf 392 ROI. This kind of layoff, close to $5 ROI. And a good draw to the inside with Katie Davis. Why not at a square price?
Yeah, big positive ROI. First time Lasix for the Carla Morgan barn. Claudio might slip away at a nice price again here. He got us in the last race yesterday with that big price. How did that horse go off? Such a big price with Cintron, and 9-2 would be a nice price here on Magical Luna.
I think you should get close to that. This is a real tough race. Really tricky. I'm trying to think if there's any other horses that might jump up. Veil Luna took considerable play. A little bit of a race. The blinkers on, stretching out. You see the break was poor at Timone. Was asking a lot though, stretching out to a mile, second out off that half-mile race.
All right, so nice big field. Maiden 2-year-old fillies going a mile on the Kelso there. Race 4 to kick off the middle pick 4. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, nice carryover today in the Rainbow Pick 6. Over 6,700. Starts race 5. We'll check it out right after this.
Join us for Jim McKay Maryland Million Day on Saturday, October 19th at Laurel Park. Come with friends and family to Maryland's Day at the Races, a celebration of Maryland's horses and lots of fun for all ages. Enjoy a full day of racing, including on-track entertainment between races. Don't miss the hat contest, 3 categories and wonderful prizes. It'll be fun for all at Laurel Park, Saturday, October 19th. For more information, visit MarylandMillion.com or LaurelPark.com.
Okay, welcome back. Today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 starts in race 5 on the Big Ten race program. Nice carryover. It's getting up there. Let's show you what we have, $6,743. In the last race yesterday, we had 3 live singles for $9,400.
Yeah.
So it can be done. You get a couple prices home on your ticket, and you might be taking down $14,000, $15,000 Pick 6 jackpot today. So there it is. Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket. He's my co-host in the afternoon. Here's his ticket. All right, he has some good coverage. He's 3 deep in most races, 4 deep there in race 8. He goes to he has a big single in the finale, $64 ticket and 80 cents here. Race 10, a maiden 2-year-old, 25 1-mile turf. He singles there on the 8. Make Us Smile for Jerry O'Dwyer. Sheldon Russell will ride, a 2-year-old by Empire Maker. Gets first-time Lasix today. Tried sprinting on the turf in debut against maiden special weight. Now drops to the maiden 25, stretches out long, first-time Lasix, and gets a good rider. So, all right, I use the 8. I don't pick the 8 on top, but the 8 should be live there. Make Us Smile in race 10.
Yeah, he's trying to get you there. I mean, it's a tough sequence of races. You got to whittle it down somewhere. He's going to try to get you to the last and put on. I think the 8 is a must-use in race number 10.
All right, let's take a look here at race 5, going 5.5 furlongs on the main track. Maiden claiming 25,000 3-year-olds and upward, and scratch to 5 in the 6 out of this race, scratch to 12 as well, and that's it. Okay, so
5, 6, 12. Yep.
All right, so the 2 Big Boots, my top pick here. You like the 2. Victor Rosales is doing very well riding for Claudio Gonzalez. He's 43% positive ROI, so yeah, Claudio's putting him on favorites, and the Bug Boy is winning. So I'll go with the 2 Big Boots on top here.
He is responding. Did we have a video of that last
yes,
race on the 18th of August, where once again Drew inside that day, had the rail, came away a little bit slowly, was going to have to navigate a trip, and was able to kind of work towards the outside, making a pretty good move 4 wide, leaving the 3 ace pole up to the quarter pole. Now Forward Drive, the 8. I believe that once again, I think that was Correa and Reed that day. And Big Boots, sustains pretty well. Moves up, but had a lot to do after recovering from that start down towards the rail. Gives game chase to the wire, drops down a notch here back down to the 25, where he showed a little bit more speed with a better break. I think he's going to be more forward this afternoon against this particular group. Not a lot of true speed, but once again, you've got Mark Reed and Correa teaming up with the 11. Bell Mullet first off the claim. The blinkers go on. I want to see an aggressive ride out of the gate. Maybe the 11 can take this field right, wire to wire, but the 2 is not going to be too far behind with a clean break.
All right, so I picked the favorite Big Boots on top, but yeah, Correa and Mark Reed, they are scorching hot together.
Yep.
They're 31% from a big sample, big positive ROI, and they don't step up. They wait the 30 days. They're right back in at the same level. They claim this horse. Blinkers go on. Should get a nice trip on the outside here for the 11 Bell Mullet.
Yeah, it wasn't the best of actors in the gate pre-race on the 9th of August. Chased Bucktooth. Now, Bucktooth got away with it pretty easy. That was a Trombetta runner that walked the dog a little bit and spurted away through the stretch. But, they hold the level. It's the right way. It's the right thing to do here. I do think he's going to need a free and clear trip on the front end if he's going to get it done. Fort Royal comes out of that race as well, the 10 horse. I'm also going to toss in the 13 Game Break. It's turf every start. Yeah, really not. One race was close at 7 furlongs in the second career start. But looking at the breeding, the mare was all dirt. The lone sibling was 3 for 10 sprinting on the dirt. The dirt's the right move here for Trombetta and company for the 13.
Yeah, Top Connections, big price on the 13. So, all right, a wide open maiden 25 to kick off the pick 6. Let's turn the page. Late pick 5 starts in race 6 today. No carryover because it paid $6,300 yesterday with no carryover going into it.
Yeah.
As always, at industry low, 12% takeout. I have a couple bombs on my late pick 5 today. Let's take a look at my ticket. I go with a single in the first leg here.
Wow.
My best bet in race 6.
Okay.
Nice allowance race going a mile. We have a video on the 5 bust off for Hugh McMahon and Sheldon Russell. Big win last out going a mile. So I single on the 5 bust off. My best bet of the day in race 6. Race 7, I go with the 1, 4, 6. 1, 4, 6, 7. The 4. Oya, first-time starter for Phil Schoenthal, might get a nice price there. The 7, Tis a Sharpie, first off the claim for Lacey Gaudette, 4-1. So might get a little decent price there in race 7. Race 8, I go 5, 7, 8, 9. The 5, West Coast Sky, first time in the barn of Jerry O'Dwyer, first time Lasix, 9-2 on West Coast Sky. The 8, Thirst for Quality, a decent price for Robbie Bales. And then I single race 9, nice starter allowance going long. I single on the 8, Seville Barbara. We have a video on Seville Barbara. And then race 10, a maiden 25 for 2-year-olds going long on the turf, on the Kelso. I go 4 deep there with the 1, 6, 8, 10. $32 ticket, 2 singles. Let's see if I can get a single home here in race 6. Nice allowance, race 3 and up. First level allowance going a mile. Main track, the 5 bust off, my best bet. We have a video. You like him as well. Let's show you the video from August 18th right here at Laurel Park. First off the claim for Hugh McMahon, Maryland Bred Allowance Company. He's in a battle right here. He's going to win the battle. A big lifetime best, 80 buyer speed figure with this win.
Nico Bree and TJ, Claudio Gonzalez, runner who was stretching out that afternoon off of some dull sprint tries, but we know one thing Bustoff likes. It's blinkers. He's perfect in them, right? The last 4, bing, bang, boom. I mean, doesn't matter what the connections. He's going to battle you every step of the way. He really turned it on back in March. And, it's a tough race, though. I tell you, there's some speed in here. 7 on the Rocks could go top me off. Obviously, Bustoff is going to be fairly forward as well. Marco Island is razor sharp right now, stepping up, working through the conditions, and now ends up in the A. Other than for Mark Reed, but I go Bobby G. I go with the 8 here. Comes out of that race at Colonial. Irish Colonel beats the horse. He's a back class type of a runner. Horse has been competitive 2 and 3 other thans. Bobby G, the mile distance is a perfect fit for him. He's 5 for 7 at Laurel. I only 1 for 5 at this, but it's a fit. It's the right move for him, especially against this group. I think he can settle in Fergal. Similar kind of ride as he gave Goldman after that break. Just settle and circle, and I think he can wear these horses down at the mile distance. He's faced some good horses.
Sure.
Gets it done here for Corrales.
He loves it here at Laurel Park. 5-time winner. 2 seconds from 7 starts. What a claim for Jose Corrales. They got this horse, 5-year-old by Awesome again, for $5,000 last February. They've won 4 races. They took a shot in the Pimlico Special and got an 83 buyer, the Pimlico Special, and then came right back and got back in good form. So Bobby G is going to be tough. Fergal Lynch having a big weekend. So it's going to be a showdown here between. It's a nice allowance race. The 5 and the 8 will be real tough. Now the 2 I didn't use, Jump, Jive, and Whale, comes off the layoff, was in very good form before the break last March. We'll see how he catches a tough race going a mile coming off this layoff for Mary Epler.
Yeah, they went a little slow early, picked it up, and he just didn't pick it up. That was just an unusual performance for Jump, Jive, and Whale. Back with Trevor McCarthy. Trevor knows this horse, as well as any horse he's on. He times the rally. This horse has a touch of hang in him, but with the flow up in front, he's fresh, working forwardly. I think he makes a run into it. He's going to be a player, maybe I think underneath in the exactest drive. Not sure if he's going to get up, but always dangerous. Mary Epler, Trevor McCarthy combination. Mary, how about Oak Bluffs yesterday?
Yeah.
Oak Bluffs gets it done up at Monmouth in the stake. A reclaim. She got she claimed the horse back off of Navarro, and 2 starts later winning the stakes. But what a run for that horse. We've seen run around her plenty of times sprinting on the turf.
All right, so congratulations, Mary Epler. Let's take a look here. Race 7 kicks off the late pick 4. Late pick 4 yesterday paid big. Keith, you have a ticket today for it. It starts race 7. Let's check it out.
Just like your pick 5, you have to invest a little bit of money today on this card, Stan. It's all there is to it. There's no real slam dunk singles, as we like to call them. But 7th race, I go 4 deep, 1, 3, 4, and 7. I'm not even using the program favorite, the morning line, 3-1 lukewarm favorite, the 6 live 8. I'll go 3 deep in the 8th with the 5, 6, and 7. 9th race, 1 and 8, Maryland Pride, Seville Barber, and in the 10th, 2, 5, and 8. Interested in the 2 moving to the turf here for Jose Cameo. First draft. And the other O'Dwyer horse, the 8, Make a Smile, who I believe is Tim's single in that race for his pick 6 ticket. $36 for that late pick 4.
All right, let's take a look here. Race 7, we're going 6 furlongs, maiden 25,000 filly and mares, and you're four deep in this race, and you don't have the 6 live 8. Let's start there. Live age, you're 3-1 morning line favored in here. Lukewarm favored here for trainer Katie Voss, a homebred for Voss and Manfuso, 3-year-old daughter of McLean's Music. Ran a good 3rd in her 3rd career start for maiden 25, sprinting on the dirt right here at Laurel back in early August, and went to Timonium. Maiden special weight there at Timonium. Had to break from the 1 hole, going 6.5. Went to the front, had to battle all the way around there. Was inside around that far turn, then angled out a little bit in the stretch and stayed on fairly well. I thought that was first-time blinkers, ran a lifetime best, buyer speed figure of 50. Now back to the maiden 25 here at Laurel Park. You get the top bug, Julio Correa, to ride. She has some early speed. She has a good outside post, so I think she gets a good stalking trip today. So I go with the 6 live 8 on top.
Okay, I think she's going to have to deal with the 1, Take Charge Again, who's pretty quick in her own right, freshened up off since February. You see a couple layoff lines for the 1, but I think she's going to dead set go from the inside. These 2 occupy each other, the 1 and the 6 up front. There's a firster that's lurking here, the Foy Oy, I believe scratched off of that wet surface over at Timonium. Going to make the debut today out of a mare that was just a stone cold runner. 13 for 33, made close to 265,000. Won 12 times sprinting, did fix you. 2 of the 3 foals have hit the board in debut. Working okay, a reasonable spot, a realistic spot in here for 25,000 for Schoenthal. Attracts a very capable rider in Sheldon Russell. I'll take a shot with the new face, the 4 Oya. I think the 3 is a user. Zig for Alexandra White and Larry Knight Jr. Toss the turf, just needed that one. That was a little return, get a little stamina build up there. Zig is going to bring a finish in here. Going to slip away at a price behind My Star Potential, introduced. They're good horses. Okay, they were good. We know what Introduces come back to do at 3. So I think Zig is going to make a run second off the break, and it changes surface.
All right, and we both used the one. Take charge again, dropping from maiden special weight to maiden 25 today for Jane Sabelli. Victor Carrasco will ride. The blinkers come off. Didn't like the blinkers last out. Ran a couple good races before that with no blinkers. So I'm not crazy about the inside post here for the one. Probably going to take pressure from the outside, but you get Victor, and we'll see how good this filly is.
Yeah, solid string of works here for the 7. Tiz a Sharpie coming in first off the claim for Lacey God. Hasn't been seen since late April at Oak Lawn Park. I think plenty of time to get this horse right. The 2-back number works. Now, granted, that was going longer. I think the sprint is going to be fine against this field.
All right, so nice maiden 25 filly mares there. Race 7, let's turn the page. Race 8 kicks off the final pick 3 of the day. Maiden 2-year-olds claiming 10,000, 5.5 furlongs on the main track here. And we both have the 7 on top. Yes, pack for trainer Anthony Pecoraro. We have a stat here for trainer Anthony Pecoraro that you found, Keith. Here it is.
Well, he's got some good stats, but, I mean, this one here, this is staggering. Last 3 years on the dirt, 10 for 16. At 63% and 13 for 16 in the money. First Lasix with runners making their second career start in a maiden claimer. There you go. ROI 288, so a positive ROI. Made the debut at Laurel on the turf course, a little bit of a belated run. The Lasix goes on, so yes, Peck is going to be the top selection. And a tricky little race, though. You've got some horses. You got a first-time starter in here. The 6 newly acquired for Jose Cameo. He's got a couple runners today. He's got one in the nightcap. Liaison, the stallion, he's only about 6% with the firsters, but the mare was good. A 12-time winner, made $362,000. Both siblings ran well in debut. I think he's coming down with a live one here. Just going to try maybe steal one for $10,000. Is Cameo 765. Had the one where the one's a late scratch here, but talk about the 5 a little bit real quick. West Coast guy, this horse that came in was training down in Kentucky. Took plenty of play, bet down to 5-1. Didn't run really much at all in the turf. And sneaky. The Lasix goes on. We're dropping for a barn that's capable. Sheldon back aboard. I don't think you can dismiss the 5 West Coast guy in the 8th.
All right, but all the stats are through the roof.
Through the roof on the 7.
For
Yeah,
Pecoraro, the 7 Yes Pack we both have on top. The 1 Strong and Brave, a late scratch there in race 8. Let's turn the page here. Race 9, nice 25,000 starter allowance, 3 and up. Never won 2 is the condition. A mile and a 16th on the Fort Marcy turf course, rail at 87 feet. We both have the 8 on top. Seville Barbara for trainer Tim Woolley. Homebred for Harry Cassav. Jevion Toledo will ride. Let's show you the video 2 back. August 2nd right here at Laurel at this level. A big second this day.
Yeah, and you see the winner that day, right? Bandito. Boy, he just missed at a big price. Was it yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah, in the opener. Ran very strong with a wide trip. But Seville Barber this day is closer to the pace. They didn't go really fast, 24-148. Picked it up 11-3 through that third quarter. Dead game to the wire. Bandito just going to be a little bit better. Kind of got the best of it, too, off of that duel to go on by a late. Look, checking out this field, there's not a lot of speed. I think Seville Barber will be forwardly placed, not nearly as far back as he was last time in that state-bred allowance. He gets to jump on the 1, Maryland Pride, 8-1-1-8 for me. The 9, I think you've got to toss into Mr. D'Angelo. Coming back, 2 tries over a yielding turf course were okay. Once again, posterity speed game. Those are pretty good horses. I think he's going to fit right back here on a firm turf course.
All right, so we both have the 8 Seville Barbara with Toledo on top in race 9 to kick off the late daily double. Might be a nice little key. I do key on the 8 Seville Barbara for my late pick 5 because I think you have to go deep in race 10. Race 10's a maiden 25 for 2-year-olds going a mile on the Kelso turf, rail at 35 feet. You bet you better go deep in this race. I'm 4 deep. I used the 1, 6, 8, 10, my top pick. The 6, Rock and Ron. Nice little 8-1 shot here for Laurie Testerman. She's helped me out with some prices this year. And, she helped me out with a real break price earlier this year. She gets Weston Hamilton to ride this 2-year-old by Painter today. Tried a mile on the turf last out for maiden, 40,000, and ran okay. Got beat 6 1/4. Now we dropped to the maiden 25, 3rd time on the turf, 2nd time going long. So I think this horse will be fit. We get a good rider today. We get a little drop, and we get a good price on the 6 Rock and Ron.
Yeah, I used this horse last time. I'm going to throw this horse underneath in exactas and tries and supers. They kind of walked the dog last time up on the front end. There's some horses stretching out, some sprinters moving out to the mile distance today. You might get a little bit more flow stand to help out the run of Rock and Ron. I'll throw in the 2 Bayou Jam on top for Cameo. Here he is again with Britland Stables, Miss Evelyn Benoit, my man Coach Joe's good friend down there in Louisiana. She'll probably make her way out here. She loves to watch her horses run. Another one by Star Guitar, her stallion Star Guitar, 16% first turf route with a positive ROI. And how about this for Cintron as a rider over the last year or so? 3 for 8 and 4 for 8 in the money with horses going long on the turf for the first time. So he now knows how to get these horses to relax and finish on the turf. Interesting little stat on Cintron. So Bayou Jam, a user in here, no doubt gets a good ground-saving trip.
Yeah, I overlook her. I guess running along first-time turfs, Star Guitar. I kind of discounted her, but no, she'll be live. Good to see the owner show up here at Laurel Park. Cintron, big 3-win day yesterday. So I better add the 2 here to my late pick 5 ticket. Bayou Jam should get a nice ground-saving trip on the inside. We both like the 8 real quick. Make Us Smile gets first-time Lasix today for Jerry O'Dwyer.
Yeah, this is a definite user. Hey, looking at the family bottom side, it works. 4th place finisher came back to run well on a stretch out at Kentucky Downs. Another one came back to, I think, to run big wire-to-wire at Colonial out of that race. So Make Us Smile. Look at those internals, 22 and 3, 45 and 2. Chasing that. There's not really horses that have shown that kind of early speed. This horse will be forward a long way with Sheldon Russell.
That's it. We're out of time. Big 10 race card real quick. Our main man, Bart Young. It's his last day today. He's made us look good for the past 4 years. He's run the TV production department here for the Maryland Jockey Club and International Sound. He's done a great job. He's led us through some battles. Preakness, we're there 80 weeks, 7 days a week. A lot going on at Pimlico, and he's steered the ship with great professionalism and talent. Bart, we're going to miss you, buddy. Thanks for everything.
No doubt. Appreciate it. Calling my friend now. I mean, a great guy to meet. I think he was new to the game. Came into it, and it's like he didn't miss a beat. It was like riding a bike for Bart. Did a phenomenal job. Always poised. Just always in a good mood, smiling, always there to help if you needed anything. Definitely gonna be missed here at Laurel Park at Pimlico, especially Preakness time. Maybe he'll pop around and give us an assist or something. But Bart, best of luck with everything.
Yeah, we're gonna miss him, but I think he's a lifer. So hopefully we'll see him again here at the race. We'll need him at Preakness time. All right, good luck here. Dave Robin coming up with scratches and changes.
Good luck.